Less than hop data end equals 390 data start equals 67 greater than wow. What a night in Nashville. And not in a good way for the U.S. men's national team. The USMNT suffered a humbling 4-0 defeat to Switzerland in a friendly that was supposed to boost morale ahead of the Gold Cup. Instead, it exposed serious concerns about the team's depth and direction under head coach Mauricio Pochettino. Less than P data end equals 824 data start equals 392 greater than... Let's not sugarcoat this. The Americans were outclassed from the opening whistle, and by halftime, the scoreline told the full story. 0-4. The Swiss didn't just dominate, they embarrassed a U.S. side that lacked cohesion, creativity, and basic defensive discipline. Goals from Dan Ndoye, Michel Aebischer, Briel Mbolo, and Johan Manzambi all came in the first 45 minutes, each one highlighting different breakdowns across the pitch. Less than TEP data end equals 1268 data start equals 826 greater than. This match was meant to give younger, less experienced players a chance to stake their claim. Unfortunately, many of them simply weren't ready for this level. There was little to no threat going forward. The USMNT finished the game without a single shot on target. The midfield looked overwhelmed, the backline was in disarray, and even veteran goalkeeper Matt Turner couldn't save face, as the Swiss attackers had their way in the final third. Less than P data end equals 1641. Data start equals 1270 greater than. There were a few glimmers of hope in the second half. Substitutes Malik Tillman and Diego Luna brought some much-needed urgency and composure, helping the U.S. regain a bit of control. Tim Ream also showed why experience still matters, bringing leadership and calm to a chaotic defensive setup. But those were exceptions on a night full of questions and very few answers. Less than P data end equals 2043. Data start equals 1643. Greater than. Pochettino's record now drops to 5 wins and 5 losses, and the pressure is definitely building. His squad selections and tactical setups have been questioned before, but this performance will only amplify the noise. The USMNT looked out of ideas and spirit, and that's not something you can afford with the Gold Cup right around the corner, and with the 2026 World Cup on home soil drawing ever closer. Less than P data end equals 2288 data start equals 2045 greater than. This result might feel like just a friendly, but its implications are serious. Switzerland was sharp, organized, and ruthless. That's what the USMNT aspires to be. But instead of closing the gap, the Americans showed just how wide it still is. Less than P data end equals 2473 data is last node equals data is only. Node equals data start equals 2290 greater than. Next up, Trinidad and Tobago. And if this performance repeats itself, that game might mark more than just another loss. It could trigger a reckoning for how this team is built and led. Stay subscribed for more videos.